Sagittarius, welcome to the Tarot Room. My name is Robyn. Sag, today, let's do a general energy check-in. Let's just do a general reading. Let's talk about, okay, we have Clean It Up, card number 21. Let's check in on the energy. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how this plays out, and let's see what Spirit wants to pass along today. Spirit guides, where's the emphasis here for Sag? We have Scorpio. So this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, charming, but it's also secretive and possessive. Okay, let's see what this energy is. Let's get into your reading. Let's talk about your Sag. Spirit guys, what's up with the Sagittarius collective? What's this Clean It Up? Okay, it could be thoughts here. We have the 8 of Swords energy in the house. Okay. Ooh, we might have something. We have Capricorn, sorry, the devil energy, so Capricorn energy in reverse. It's funny because when I see the devil, I just see Capricorn for some reason, but devil's in reverse here. Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. Could be an offer, could be how you're feeling, we'll see. There's, you might feel trapped or your thoughts are trapping you. We'll see, Sag. Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Giving your power away, maybe your thoughts are, ooh. Ace of Cups is in reverse. There's an element of, okay, when I see this, especially with this Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like a lack of self-love. It's like you might be doing something that's harming you. And when I say that, it could be thoughts, it could be a habit, right? It could be eating a lot of sugar, a lot of cake. I had a cake the other day. I was bloated for like 2 days. I don't eat a lot of sugar, and when it tasted good, but it was bad for me. You could be smoking too much. There's an element here of maybe a lack of self-love or There's the 7 of Wands. There's you batting off those bad habits here. Okay, there's the Fool. Okay, could just be a fresh start, new beginning. There's the Emperor. There's a stubborn energy here. There's a resistance. I do feel it's an internal energy with you here because we have the Clean It Up. We have the Devil in reverse. We have the Emperor. And the Emperor is the divine. These cards are slippery. I stopped using them for a little bit because they slide all over. And I don't know, for some reason it bothers me. But okay. Stop paying attention to that because the Emperor is a very stubborn guy. He's resistance. He doesn't want to stop something. He doesn't want to change. And there is a resistance energy here. But it's like what you're doing is feeling you trapped. So it's like, so the example, I'll use myself. I used to be very overweight. I used to be like 200 and some odd pounds. I had to change the way I ate if I wanted to lose that weight. But that's not easy. So there's an element here of feeling trapped and stuck, but you need to change the way you're doing something in order to get out of that stuck feeling, in order to get out of there. There's a little bit of resistance, maybe even self-sabotage here, Sag. Okay, let's narrow it down. Let's see, sometimes they keep it general, sometimes they get real specific. What is this? What is the 8 of Swords? 6 of Wands. Okay. And there's the 4 of Pentacles, though. So it's, there's the Page of Pentacles. There's your manifestation. There's the Ace of Wands. So if you, this might be a very harsh or specific message. Don't shoot the messenger. And sometimes, you know, when this style of reading comes out, I genuinely believe it's because it needs to come out. Somebody needs to hear it, okay? If it's not your message, it's not your message. Just hit a like on as you leave the building. But, you know, the likes help the reading. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Sag, this is stopping you from your manifestation. So let's say, for example, it's indulgence. You're getting home every day, getting drunk every night. That's going to pop some holes in your aura. It is going to stop you from getting where you want to go. If you're negative thinking, talking bad about yourself, talking bad about other people, it's stopping your manifestation. If you're eating a lot of sugar, addicted to junk food, fast food, processed food, it's stopping your manifestation. If you're smoking a lot, it's stopping you from accomplishing your goals. There's an element here of a bad habit that needs to be addressed within yourself. So there's you knowing it. So you know that you need to stop it. And it's not easy. And we're going to go through the reading as we go through. Because if stopping every bad habit was easy, everybody would stop their bad habits, right? It's not easy. It takes change. It takes effort. It takes desire. It takes discipline. It takes a lot of work. But there's holding on to it. You might really enjoy that chocolate bar. You might really enjoy that fast food burger, right? You might really enjoy your bottle of wine every day. So there's an element of overindulgence in some form, some manner here. And you know that it's holding you back. And this reading is just emphasizing that it's holding you back. It's stopping you from achieving your manifestation. It's stopping you from getting where you want to go. But there's a very strong resistance to stop, right? You quit smoking. That's very difficult to quit. It took me like 5 years to quit, but I'm 12 years as a non-smoker now. So there's an element of resistance. But the Knight of Cups is like, you know you got to stop this. You know you got to let it go. And it is time to clean it up and let it go. It's time to be very honest with yourself and be honest about the challenges that it's going to take. But the thing is, be prepared for that, right? If it's sugar or smoking, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of withdrawal, but it's just temporary. That withdrawal doesn't last, right? What I'm learning is my son's really into fasting. He's going through this whole Shaolin. My son wants to be like a Shaolin monk, and I love that he wants to do it. So we're doing all these Shaolin courses. We're learning all this stuff. And Shaolin monks are those who follow the Shaolin way. They fast every couple of months. So we're in fasting right now. And what we learned is that hunger energy is just temporary. You get hungry, you get starving, but it's not there for the whole time. It doesn't get worse as you go. It's temporary. It will pass. And so they want me to remind you of that because there is an element of self-sabotage here with this habit, right? I've already given examples, but this is your reading and you're still here. You know this. You know that it's harming you. You know that it's stopping you from getting where you want to go. Some of you, it's resumes and a job. Maybe you're looking for a job, but you're not consistent in handing out resumes. Maybe there's some typos in your resumes and you got to research and review your resume. There's an element here of doing something that is against your higher good, your higher self. It's a lower virtue. It's an addiction. It's an indulgence. And well, Sag, it's time to get disciplined. There's the Seven of Wands. It's time to let go of those cravings. They're just temporary. They will not be there forever. It's time to fight those cravings. It's time to fight that devil inside of your head. It is time to show discipline, strength, and courage. Know that you can do this. Reach out for a friend, a therapist, help if you need, right? Nutritionists are there if it's food addictions. If it's your mind, counselors are there. If it's smoking, there's smoking cessation. There's all kinds of different therapies and options available for you. But it really is time to hunker down and get disciplined. Oh, this is an offensive message. Some of you, it's not your message, just ignore it. And please don't be offended by what I'm about to say. But some of you, it's being very promiscuous. And, especially if you're the feminine, you're intaking those energies, the fluid, it's going to affect you. You're going to take that karma. And a lot of women, so if it's just promiscuity, maybe it's time to kind of be celibate. If you're ready for that, a lot of gurus, it's lower indulgence, okay? So there's, lust is a lower virtue. It's a lower indulgence. Lust, promiscuity and making love are very different, right? So it's just knowing the difference. Don't be offended. I'm sorry if I said that. But that's what somebody needed to hear. It's time to hunker down, stop that habit, and time to be disciplined, Sagittarius. Tough message, I know. Is there anything else you want to say to Sag to maybe help with that discipline? Let's get a little bit of advice or a little bit of, let's just see. The Magician. It's knowing that you deserve better. You are the magician in your life. And it's letting go of anything that is stopping you from living up to your fullest potential. And this indulgence, this habit, is stopping you from living up to your fullest potential. So it's kind of getting out of your own way, Sag. It's an element of knowing that you're the magician. You have a lot of tools. You have a lot of resources. You have a very strong ability to manifest. And you don't want to hold yourself back here. You don't want to put your own glass ceiling upon yourself. You want to know that the universe is available to you. So it's kind of like, stop holding on to this. Stop resisting this change, because this resistance is stopping you from living your best life yet. Okay. All right, Sag, that's what I got. That's the energy around the collective right now. That's what I've tapped into today. Let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. We'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. We'll see where you are in May 2025. We'll go to the end. We'll go 5-6 weeks out, see how you're doing here. What does Sag need to surrender to let go of this, to clean it up, to release it? Let's get some solid advice here. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry to chuckle, but your stubbornness. I'm Taurus rising. I understand, Sag. So if you're tensing up or if you're taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and with others. So there could be some negative self-talk here as well. Doubting yourself, talking poor about yourself, judging yourself. Maybe you haven't forgiven yourself for a mistake or a bad choice from the past. So, okay. What's the spirit animal message? Gentleness. Yeah, the deer. This is... You being so hard on yourself, Sagittarius. You know, I'm a little bit blunt in my communication, but just learn from this, whatever it is. Be proud of yourself that you know, recognize it, and be proud of yourself for the progress and the progress, right? The little steps, the little successes, because we have deer, we have gentleness. So this is a reminder to be more gentle with yourself and others. The grace, sensitivity, and gentleness of this spirit animal echo the qualities brought forth when you're living from your heart. So show yourself love. I want to get my energy oracles. Where are they? They're over here. Hold on. Let me grab them. I didn't use these in a reading on YouTube in a while, so there's definitely a message that spirit wants to pass along to you. What is the energy oracle message here to Sag? What you want to say? Sagittarius, can't make this shit up, man. Jesus has made an appearance. So this is healer of the ages. And you know, when we indulge or when we take part in behavior that doesn't necessarily serve our highest good, there is a deep healing that needs to take place. Something within ourselves that we have to face. So hold on. Let me get your message. Oh, when one comes out of the deck, the message is in the book. I've always believed that. I always will. So this is health and vitality. This powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hand and heart, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping you to unblock stuck energy and to revitalize your life force. You may have felt this strong presence recently, or you might be opening up to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. And the affirmation to repeat is, the powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I am whole, healthy, vital. I am at peace. Whenever Jeshua makes an appearance, I got to pull out my Christ Consciousness deck. So hold on a moment. You know, I need another table over here for my tarot decks. Maybe I should buy that. Maybe I should. What's the Yeshua message? What's the activation of Christ Consciousness? What's being healed? Or what do you want to highlight here for Sagittarius? I have a little table over here. You can't see it, but there's a little table. That's where I put the cards that I use. All right. Just so you know what I mean by that. It's actually my coffee table, but I just brought it in here. Oh, shit. Faith over fear. You can cope. You can overcome this. So this is really facing your fear, facing that addiction, facing that self-indulgence, facing that gluttony, or some of you, I feel it's sugar and overeating. That's a very big problem right now, and I understand that. I overcame that myself. So it's knowing and trusting in yourself. You can do this. And the fact is, you only fail when you stop trying. So if it's an addiction of some sort and you fall off the boat, get right back on it and try again. Forgive yourself and just start a day fresh. Don't be so hard on yourself. Know that there's going to be good and bad days. Know that there's going to be challenges and struggles, and know that someday you're going to give in. But always remember too, everything in moderation. That's what I learned in nutrition school the most, is when we try to fix our eating habits, for example, it's like we try to never have that chocolate bar and never have that fast food. And let's be real, it's not realistic, okay? It's just not. You got to treat yourself sometimes, right? At the end of the week on a Saturday, have that chocolate bar. Once a week, have that burger, right? Whatever that would be, whatever that indulgence is, whatever that thing is that you like, everything in moderation. And forgive yourself for falling off track. Get right back on track, right? You only fail when you stop trying, but know that you can do it and you can face that. And the challenges in every day, it gets easier than the day before. Remember that, Sag. Okay, let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Some of you, it's shopping. We have some shopaholics in the house. And just remember, to treat yourself once a month to a little shopping trip instead of every day, right? Just everything in moderation for those of you where that applies. I feel that's the big message there. Okay, let's do it again. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. When I say outcome, let's see where you are in the month of May 2025. Let's see how you progress. Hierophant is in reverse. You're changing the way you're doing things. That's a good card in reverse. That means you're changing the way you're doing things. Okay, which is a beautiful energy for this reading. That's what's up. That's what's up. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're showing yourself kindness, rewarding yourself. There's the King of Pentacles, stability, foundation. But there's wisdom and loyalty to you. Hold on. Let's get how many cards are here? Hold on a sec. Sag. Okay. What do we have? Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. Libra energy with Justice. Page of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful ending to your reading. There's the Devil, and there's you healing from the Devil, baby. Okay, here's why I'm excited for you. I feel like you're showing yourself kindness and compassion. I feel you're actually presenting here as the King of Pentacles. I'm taking it as you. The King of Pentacles is gray because he's wise. He knows himself. He knows his triggers. He knows his stressors. He recognizes, especially if you're a smoker, you're getting stressed out, when to take yourself out of a situation or to take a break. It's recognizing your stressors. It's knowing yourself, recognizing your triggers even. So this is just really showing kindness and patience with yourself as you're evolving and changing here. And this is just becoming very self-aware and stable. You get more confident with every time you overcome that stressor or that trigger, right? And I feel a very confident energy. I feel the Knight of Wands here is a back and forth. There are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. There's going to be days where you indulge and days where you don't. There's going to be days where you're feeling confident, days when you're not. But you're changing the way that you're looking at that. You're changing the way that you're dealing with that. I do feel some of you are very hard on yourself. Lighten up, baby. Life is all about growing and evolving. And the fact that you're changing and evolving is a beautiful thing. So have patience with yourself and show love and compassion to yourself as you're doing that. But there's Justice and there's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is your dreamer card, right? And there's Justice, principle of cause and effect. But there's Justice, getting what you deserve, which is your dreams. As soon as you're starting to release this, the confidence, the growth, the evolution is bringing in your manifestation. It's removing that blockage. Now we're going to be reminded it's always going to be there. There's the Devil. Right, Agent Smith, little devil on your shoulder here. Those negative thoughts, those self-doubts, the desire, the craving, the want, the self-indulgence, whatever it is, it's always there. But now you have a control of the devil. The devil, that lower virtue, is not in control of you. And there's the Four of Swords. So there's recognizing it and being in control of it. If it's your thoughts, you recognize the negative thought, the self-talk, the self-sabotage thought, you flip the script. And now you're starting to see progress. You're starting to see your manifestations coming through. You're starting to realize that you can do this, you can accomplish this, and your mind and your habits are becoming stronger here. You're getting your karma. You've looked in the mirror, you've made the decision. You don't want this to stop you or to hold you back anymore. And there's your dreams coming into your reality. Like I said, it's just temporary, and in a month, you're feeling fucking amazing. You're very self-aware, which is what I think is really, really the most beautiful thing. Because once you recognize that about yourself, that's when you're going to see real change, Sag. Your wishes are coming true, your dreams are being fulfilled, and you did it. Nobody else did it for you. You overcame those humps, you walked up that mountain. You didn't give up on yourself. And the people who don't give up are the people who get what they want. So Sag, that's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. I think it's a beautiful energy around you right now, and that's what I have. So Sag, if you enjoyed your reading and if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, for it helps my channel to grow. Thank you, Sag. I always appreciate your support. I truly, truly do. Let's close your reading up. Did I say it? I can't remember if I did. And I'm also open for personal readings. So if you're interested in one, you can find them at my website, thetarrotroom.net. And let's close your reading off today with your final message. What's the final message for Sag J? The universe wove you from a constellation, just so every atom and every fiber in you comes from a different star. Reconnect with the creative influences that you have been drawn to throughout your life and how they've affected the person that you have become. And I'm telling you something, you're becoming a wonderful person. Well, you already were, but you're realizing that you're a wonderful person, and that's what matters. All right, I hope I said that right. Sag, I wish you the best of luck. Until next time.